This is not a bad pack. We have a Hero, Mortify, Skewer. That's the wrong crisis, Alesha. Alas. I think I want the Hero. It's not clear to me that Hero is actually a better first pick than Skewer. It is still quite strong. Feels like in Orzhov it's amazing. I guess in Azorius you just like chump a bunch of the tokens whilst hitting them in the air. So it like buys you infinite life. I've drafted Hero a couple times. I haven't drawn it a huge amount though. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Hero and see how it pans out. I'm not convinced it's better than Mortify or Skewer. But again, you just want more practice with rares at this point in the format, right? Okay, this is interesting. There's an Exaltation, there's also a Summary Judgment as the two white cards to go with Hero. The other option is Frilled Mystic. It's busted. I think it's between Exaltation and Frilled Mystic. I think Frilled Mystic is just like very easily the best card in the pack, but Exaltation's real silly with Hero. Exaltation is sweet provided you're proactive. If you're like controlling, it's pretty bad. Is Spirit not great? I think Spirit's fine, but I think it's worse than the other two white cards. I think it's between these two. This card is so absurd. I think I'm just meant to take the Frilled Mystic. I think it's just the best card by like a fairly large margin. You want to keep building around Hero. I kind of just want to keep taking the most powerful card every pick. Alright, well, this is the most powerful card. It also goes really well with Hero. Exaltation is still nuts by itself. That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to take the Pontiff now. I think it's just the best card in the pack. It goes well with Hero if we end up doing that thing. Like, we spec'd on the Mystic, but we're not locked into the Mystic by any means. Jeez. 4th pick, Gatebreaker Ram. Ram is unbeatable. The other option is like Law Mage's Binding or Summary Judgment. I kind of just want to Gates with this Ram. I think this card is just wildly unbeatable. You think that's a big enough signal? It might be. Law Mages is really good with the Hero though. These two cards are already like a really good direction for the deck to go in. This might be a mistake. I just think this card's unbeatable. I just think it's like complete absurdity if you end up in this deck. Alright, just take the hybrid, I guess. Since we're looking to be like base Simic with a bunch of gates to splash other powerful cards. The other one is I take the Grudian, because I'd happily play Grudian in a gate stack. But I'd also happily, like, if the gates ends up not being open, I can still hedge out of it. I think Grudian's, like, quite reasonable. I'm actually going to take this. I'm just going to keep hedging a bunch. Alright, 2 gates. Awesome. So the hedge pick would be Orzhov Guildgate, so it can go in either based on what feels open. Alternatively, Gruul Guild Gate goes better with Gatebreaker Ram. And Frilled Mystic if we were to end up playing it. Yeah, I think we're taking Yorzov card. Yorzov Gate. I think I think I just want to take the Yorzov Gate there. Indeed, Gatekeeper. This is a weird draft, but it has promise. There's kind of no cards for either of our decks here. It's a bit of a tilt. The Cry Hero combo, indeed. You just take the Spooder. I think the Spooder's kind of bad, but guess. Alright, there are no good black-white cards. We can just take the gate. Quite happily. It's really weird. Gate has not felt that open, but fourth pick Gatebreaker Ram is like egregious. Luckily the Orzhov stuff is kind of like dried down too, or else I'd feel pretty bad right now. The Orzhov stuff has definitely dried down a lot though. Guess I'll just take this for the board. Alright, another gate. This. And another one. Alright, I think we're just doing the gates thing. Orzhov has not felt open enough late into the pack. I think we've kind of got some direction this way. It's like a big blocker, I guess. Yeah, it is Max, agree. This looks like one of your drafts. Is going strangely. We did Freed. We passed a Mortify so we could take the hero, right? Which kind of made sense at the time. Because I just wanted to try the card out. Real medium pack here. It's pretty medium. You're not wrong. Breeding Pool is 3 ticks. Breeding Pool is also not a gate. Breeding Pool is a strictly worse Simic Guild gate. Breeding Pool does help with Mystic, that is true. I think this is far enough from. You take the Spy. I think I meant to take either Final Payment or one of these two. I think I'm just going to take the Final Payment. We probably wheel the Gruul Guild Gate. They don't seem very in demand at the moment. You just take the tickets. Maybe that's more reasonable. Chillbringer. Yeah, Chili Bee is not bad. Spy is not Sneak. If it were Sneak, it would be the pick. Yep, exactly. I think Spy is like pretty overrated. It's really good if you have like a whole bunch of counters, synergy stuff. But if you're just playing it on its own, it's like kind of whatever. This is nice. Plays well with the hero. Deputy is in fact not overrated. Agree. Ooh, I really need to take Gates, but there's also a Grotesque Demise, and I do kind of need playables. I think after this pick, I just need to start taking Gates really highly, but I think I need this Grotesque Demise. It's not even clear that Frilled Mystic is that castable in our deck. Guess we can try it. The problem is we have all these red gates. It's so awkward. Everything is castable if we believe. We have to take basically every gate we see from now on for the rest of the draft, but it is a Mystic Snake. Mystic Snake is some strong magic. Oh, we're at 12 playables. I wonder if I want to speculate on a locket. I think I'm going to get lockets later on. I can afford to take the eel though as a playable. God, Gruul Gilgate. Gruul Gilgate is such a tilt. It's like the one gate I'm not interested in. I stand corrected. I shouldn't have said anything, chat. Growth spiral, what? That's a generous description of growth spiral. Is it bad that I almost want to take this and draft like 1.5 pack Simic? It doesn't feel like this is quite working. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3. This isn't even a playable and just pure Simic. Alright, we're heading down this path. It's not the path we want to be on. I feel like it's reasonable to move in on gates when you see 4th pick Gatebreaker Ram, right? I feel like it's reasonable. I don't really understand where it went. Let's hope, Max. Let's hope. Agreed, Lassie. Alright, this is issues. This is gonna be a really good band deck, yeah. Maybe it can. It's almost if I cut the black cards. It's definitely the worst 5 gates deck I've had by a margin. You'd take the Azorius Gate. This is 4, 8, 12, 13, 14 playables. This looks way better. This like actually looks pretty functional. I think we're taking the Azorius Gate or the hybrid. Could play some red cards. No, please, dear God, no. I think the hybrid's fine. I think no matter what, I'm gonna need Gilgates. Maybe I just have to take the playable, but I don't think I can help being at least 3 colors here. Mortify is so good. I don't know that Mortify is worth like locking ourselves into going outside of 3 colors. So we do something like this and ignore these cards. Then we have 4, 7, 11, 15, 16, 17. Could get another Gruul Gate. Sounds great. I guess I'm just taking this, like... I guess we could pick an Applied Biomancy for our Bant deck. And that's probably fine. I just feel like I have to dream smaller at this point. I feel like the 4-color, we're like too many playables away from the 4-color dream. Considering we'd also need a huge pile of gates to make that work. Whereas like our band deck is like potentially kind of functional. Maybe this can be played with like 3 or 4 gates. This is a gate. It is indeed. You walked back into something going very poorly. Alright, so this is 15 playables. Wayfinder fixes. That's kind of true. It's also a good 2. Or we could take the guild gate. Both of them are very good for us. I think I just need playables at this point though. Sick. I don't really understand what's happening. Oh my god, what's happening this draft, but our deck is simultaneously great and not. Decidedly not. Yeah, we're just taking the sneak, I agree. Are we in wilderness reclamation territory? We can make sorcery speed mystic snakes. Oh dear lord, that's a lot. Wow. Alright. We're playing 4-drop stop deck and we're like gonna like it. I guess this is a 2. I kinda just want the 2-drop at this point. It's like off color though. It's like barely in our colors. I don't know that comment wasn't meant genuinely, Alesha, based on the 3 Mystic Snakes. I don't know. Admittedly, the deck is not going terribly well, but oh, I have a boar on the sideboard? That is true. This is actually more functional than I gave it credit for. Weirdly. I feel like if we'd read this draft better, that could have been awesome. If I just like accepted we were banned instead of 4-color. Yeah, we probably just want the Gruul Guild Gates. I agree with that. I agree with that. They're very good with the sneaks. Just Simic splashing 2 rares and a divination. Yeah. It's not ideal, but so this is 26 playables. Hero looks poopy in this deck. It looks like fine. I guess like you have to cast it early though. We don't even draft Simic that often, to be honest. Orzhov Gate isn't the worst. Yeah, we might end up playing that. Just like figuring out what the cuts are. I thought it might have been meant genuinely, Dashwood. There are a lot of... Honestly, I'm not too happy with how this draft went, but I'm very happy with the Frilled Mystics. Frilled Mystics are delightful. So we need to cut 2 cards. Pretty sure we're playing the Deputy. the hexproof? Yeah, the Humongulus. Okay, I agree with that. I'm not really sure how this deck kills people. It doesn't have flyers. It's pretty bad at forcing through damage. I do think the spider is not great, Bobbin, but... Oh, we have Steeple Creeper. Oh, Wincon. Alright, I kind of buy that. Okay. We might end up playing this Orzhov Guildgate. I'll figure it out in a sec. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 9. This is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think we need like 2 white sources for the deputy. It's not even clear to me that we can play this deputy. Basic Plains is so bad with Frilled Mystic. What would we play instead though? Yeah, I think cutting deputy seems fair. We'd be cutting it for a much worse card, but it would make our mana so much more functional. When like our mana is pretty demanding because of the Frilled Mystics. Yeah, I guess the question is, do we expect to play against lots of Gruul, in which case we play random crappy creature, or do we main deck a Plummet and hope we never face Gruul all draft long? I'm gonna vote we're never facing Gruul all draft long. That's the plan. Alright. 3 mana 3/2s are actually good in a Frilled Mystic deck. I guess, because you just need something on board before the... Okay, I buy it. We'll play the crappy 3/2. Alright. Well, thanks, Dashwood. I am also rooting for that team. In fact. On the draw, I would 100% keep this. On the play, I think I have to mulligan. We need to draw 2 lands in order to cast a spell on turn 4. Alright, I'm gonna keep this on... Am I gonna keep this on 6? I have to like scry into a land. I have to scry into a green source. I kinda want to mulligan this hand, chat. I don't think this hand is good enough. Even on 6. I think on the draw I would keep this. Y'all think we should just keep? This hand is a garbage fire, keep it. Alright, I'm trusting chat. I believe in you, chat. You would never guide me wrong. Good start, good start. I'm starting to believe in you more and more every day. Turn 4 Ceratok incoming. Turn 3 Ceratok, rather. They put 1 bottom, 1 top. Oh. Tilt. Tilt. I kind of assume that's the case for a lot of people, Alesha, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, boar eating a grotesque demise is kind of a win. At least. I should actually never F6 against opponents because it'll make it really obvious when I have frilled Mystic. Because I won't be F6ing. I'm pretty sure it's just strictly incorrect for me to ever F6 with this deck because of that. At least whilst I have mana open. Indeed, Prometheus. Oh no. Now they have the Looter online. Senate Guildmage is a really nasty magic card. I think I just have to cast the 3-2, try and block with it. Rather than go lock it, have Frilled Mystic up next turn, otherwise I'm just taking infinite damage. Interesting. I just attack my 3-2. If they don't block, that's potentially scary. I guess. They can hit me back for 4. I guess I'm just like forcing a trade that's gonna happen at some point anyway. Play lock it first. I think I'm playing the Ceratok this turn, right? I guess building towards Frilled Mystic is nice, but you play a 4-drop pre-combat. Interesting. Oh, to see if they quench. That's fair. I feel like this trade is just gonna happen at some point anyway. I'd rather not get blown out by them, like, not blocking, chill bringing my Ceratok and attacking me for 4. Lock it, hold mana for Biomancy, that's fair. I'm kind of hoping for, like, a bit more of a tempo swing with the Biomancy than bouncing a 2-drop. Like, bounce a 5 mana flare or something. Yeah, sure. I think it indicates they could have something like Chillbringer in hand, but I'm not sure exactly. Or maybe with Guildmage, they see themselves as so, like, entirely the control here that they just, don't want to risk taking free damage. I guess I now do the thing from last time. I don't know, I'm a bit worried. If I do this attack and they don't block, it's so brutal. I don't actually think I can even attack here. They just don't block. At least I have my mana set up to start Frilled Mysticking spells next turn though. I feel like they don't block like the majority of the time there. Okay. Activate the Guildmage. They discarded a Chillbringer, which is terrifying. Yeah, exactly, Freed. But thing is, if they do start getting aggressive, we just die. Is the problem. Right, I just have to do this now. so I can try and Mystic it next turn. It's 1/1, return this. Yeah, I can Mystic it. I get the Scry 2 again. Tilt. So strong. I'm kind of worried. I'm like pretty inclined to play around Mystic here. Because us just passing the turn, this much mana open is very suspicious. Or they can cast their spell. Could also do that. These don't have a quench. Essence capture, etc. Yeah, exactly, Sharp. That was my thinking. Okay. They swing with both. I guess they're kind of forced to block one of them. You can't really afford to take 6 here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chill. Chill. Wow. Oh my god. Jeez, Phil. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thanks for gifting those subs to DC, Excision, Tobias, Houdini, and Dashwood. I really appreciate the support, Phil. That means a ton. Thank you. Alright, we just take 2, and this is fine. Just cast something big and derpy. That is not that big, but moderately derpy. We'll happily Mystic it. Hey, certainly having a much better day now. Today's been fine. Been enjoying it. Drafts have not been treating us amazingly, but streaming is always fun. What did they get back? Chillbringer, Archway Angel. Right. Strong. Okay, so we can run out the Wayfinder. Ooh, Wrecking Beast, huh? Also Gatebreaker Ram. It's like a 4/4. So are they going to play a Chillbringer next turn or something? Tap down the Skidder Eel. I guess if they play an Archway Angel, I can't actually attack into it. Yeah, Wrecking Beast isn't castable currently. It is a problem. For sure. Maybe Hybrid is better. Maybe. It's kind of awkward that you can't double spell with Hybrid and Spider in the same turn. So like, Hybrid ends up taking 2 turns worth of mana. Aw. Thanks, Phil. I really appreciate the gift. I think we're supposed to first pick Mortify. Probably. I just wanted to take the hero to try it out. Yeah, they have Archway Angel, Chillbringer. So we do have the Spider to block their creatures. So we have to be able to punch back through their creatures once we're blocking well. I actually kind of want to take this Wrecking Beast, as weird as it sounds. Because Wrecking Beast punches through both flyers. Like, if I take... I guess Hybrid kind of does the same thing. but we need to draw land for Wrecking Beast. Maybe Hybrid's better. And then we get to pump the eel next turn. Yeah, I'm going to take the Hybrid, actually. I think Hybrid is the best. We need a creature big enough to punch through both their flyers. Because Spider can keep us alive. I don't think we say no. I think all of those are, like, good enough. I think any of those 3 creatures are good enough to keep on top. I don't think, like, we have many better finds. This deck is something, Ryan. Did not go perfectly, but, we've got some pretty powerful cards. Alright, so attack with the eel. I could honestly say attack all. They, like, block the 3/2, but then would take 10 and go to 7. And that would stop them from getting too aggressive with their Chillbringer. And would let us spend the turn just going Hybrid plus Pump Eel, so that we don't get our Mammoth Spider Chillbringer. I guess it would let the 2/2 attack us if they want, though. Attack us with 5, down to 5. That's a really scary position to put themselves in. I think I'd rather attack all than just attack eel. I think it's worth tossing away a 3/2 to push damage. You can see this being incorrect. It's not like clear how much the damage is even worth because of the Guild Mage, though. Is the Guild Mage gaining them life? We're losing the long game to Guild Mage. We are. Agree. I'm a bit worried. Take 5 on the way back, Chillbringer, tap the eel, but then we have the Spider to block with. Yeah, they have a lot of card advantage on board, for sure. I think we have to attack all, but it feels awkward. Certainly, like, not the ideal situation. Alright, pump my eel. Take 10. So I have to be careful here. They probably, like, if they hold everything back, it's so hard for them to block down all our creatures. But if they try and get in a race, the Spider should be able to throw a wrench in that nicely. Provided they don't find another removal spell. Hopefully this is good enough. Okay. So they just hit us for free. Sure. They have Chillbringer in hand. That's their only card. Firing off the Chillbringer. Ooh, they get to sack a Locket this time, which is nice for them. Alright, so we can attack with the 3/2. We can attack with our Hybrid. It's kind of awkward that if they block the Hybrid with the Guild Mage, we're like forced to pump it. It's like not even clear to me that I can. Yes, I could like hope they brick off of the Locket. They attack me down to 1, but they'd need to deal with so much of my board. Yeah, if they block with Guild Mage, we trade. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at too. I think. Still not 100% sure. This is a really tough spot to be in. I think this is what we do though. Just like going down to 1 is scary. So they go down to 4 here. If we put in the hybrid, we have 2 lethal creatures plus a... I just don't think they can even attack us that easily next turn. Unless they draw really well off the locket. If they draw really well off the locket, are we winning anyway? Or like maybe they can attack us with 1 creature. And then the spider's good enough. This is going to put them to 4. I think I meant to do this, but I'm not 100%. If I take this trade, they still go to 4. I don't have a 6/6. I play a spider. So then they could have removal for the spider to put me to 1. And removal for this would still not be good enough. So we're kind of putting them on 2 removal spells either way, right? I'd rather like kill them if they don't have 2 removal spells than like... I guess blockers also work. So I'm probably just meant to let this happen because this makes this look like... I think I meant to let this happen. The more I think about it. Because it's like essentially 2 removal spells to kill me over 2 turns. Sorry, two removal spells to kill me over 2 turns. Versus 2 removal spells or blockers to not die next turn. And then probably kill me anyway. I don't know. This one's a bit too hard for me to figure out. I think I'm just meant to take the trade. But it's tough. It is tough. This is awkward that if they draw like a bounce spell, that would also gain them 2 life off the acuity. Very duelist. Oh, shrink the power on my spider. That's smart. So they get in for 3 this way. Gross. So this lets them hit me for 6. They go up to 6 life, but they're still dead to my board. So they might need to hold back a blocker depending on what's in their hand. They need a good spell as their final spell here. For 9, they draw 9 lands. It's like statistically, it's probably a land in their hand. But yeah, I think they were supposed to final payment the eel, but I'm not 100%. It feels like they were meant to. Right. Let's just fire this off. What's in my deck? Makes no difference. Cool. I can find a Gift of Strength. The volley is actually the one thing different between that picture and what we actually have in the deck. We played the Commando in the end instead. So just attack with the 5/5. Not drawing a spell, that was a little brutal. Because now we don't have lethal next turn. So at least we get rid of one of their flyers. They only have 3 turn lethal. Yeah. You sure are drawing a lot of cards. Oh boy. So that's now a... Whoa. If they attacked me, they had 2-turn lethal, right? Why didn't they attack me? That's really surprising. They have shops. That is very strange. Okay. We have lethal next turn. I don't know that we have any outs at this point. We just don't have that much interaction with the board. That deck is nice as well. Don't think Fraud Mystic gets there. Okay, okay. Definitely want the Sagittars volley, 100%. Yeah, we're definitely getting the volley in, agree. What are we cutting? Maybe just the Commando? Oh, over the Explore. Yeah, the Explore's pretty bad. Your opponent's saying that they think they might have been being too cautious, but they didn't want to get got by bounce spells, which makes sense. I don't know if this is a play or draw first matchup. Fraud Mystic is so much better. Yeah, on the play, exactly. I think Fraud Mystic means play. I agree. Oh, this hand is awkward. Can certainly get there though. Just needs like an island and an early threat. Body is great. Can we draw one island by turn 4? Find out tonight on... Yeah. Oh my god. Chat. Chat. Help. We need islands. Playing the shuffler. Island. Not like this. I don't want to go down like this. Oh. God, and that just blocks a Mystic forever. Wow. I guess I'm just meant to cast this, huh? Force them to spend a turn recasting it. The Gilgate's really tilting, because it would have been an island if not for our Gates mana cards that we're playing. Just to like have a high enough playable count. Jeez. Gross. Alright. currently F6ing. It's kind of nice that you can like adapt hybrid or cast a mystic. Not suspicious in the slightest. No. No. Disgusting. We know they have the 2/5 in hand, I guess. And they have a mystery card. This might be a slightly aggressive attack. I'm kind of into it. I don't want to be playing the long game against them, even if I'm like losing the race slightly at the moment. Still crushing? Not really. I've actually been struggling a lot in this format, Mason. The first week I was crushing. Feels like people have caught up with me by like a lot though. Alright, if they cast something relevant, we can Mystic it, otherwise we can pump the hybrid. Get a 6/6. Kind of win-win. If they draw specifically Grotesque Demise, I feel awful, but I guess at least then I can Gift of Strength in response, so it actually still works. Okay. Do I even care about them drawing 2? I kind of care about them drawing 2. They played a land already. I'm probably just meant to counter this just to get my 3/2 on board, honestly. It's like not an exciting thing to counter, but it's annoying enough. I know, right, Mason? Isn't that wow? This is aggressive. Okay. Guess I take this trade. This might mean they have Dead Rebels. Ugh. Well, that. Well, now I get to trade the Gift of Strength for this instead. At least. So I'm still killing the Guild Mage. Still pretty huge. Glorybringer strikes again. This is actually pretty good for me. I'm actually kind of liking my position now. I guess I know they have 3 cards in hand, which is scary. One of them is the 2/5 that doesn't block my 6/6 though. As long as my 6/6 doesn't die. How would an Esper deck ever kill a creature? Sounds unlikely. Plains, cool. Land, deal. That is really good. Alright. My 3/2 can still attack them this turn. Just hope they don't have another Fairy Duelist. Another Glory Bringer. Since when did Esper run playable kill spells? It's so unheard of, Amy. Literally never happened. You can cite 0 examples of such behavior to me. The hell? Yeah. Thing is, even if we draw a bounce spell, they get all their ETBs back. Jeez. It's just a freaking 8/9. I'm wondering if I was underrating this card. It's looked kind of awesome here. Like, kind of just unbeatable. I'm gonna have to, like, trade my 6/6 for it. Yeah, it's fine, but not amazing. I could see a world in which is better than all the commons anyway. I kind of had it below, like, the better uncommons. Or the better commons. I had it below, like, Arinx and stuff. Like, I have to block this, or else I lose the game. I'd really like to keep it. I'm gonna get Chillbringer back too. If I triple block with these, it's like the bravest block ever. But being left with a spider and a 6/6 would be kind of the dream, because then I can still attack them. The alternative is I go 6/6 and 3/2. Oh no, 6/6 and 3/5. I guess that's still like a pretty brave block. I'd still just have to, so I'd block with like these 3. But then I still get blown out by removal on my 6/6. I would say it's like really hard for us to block down shop, and if this dies, they get their creatures back, and like getting back the Chillbringer trigger is really nice. I think it's like markedly better than Debtor's Transport, because it's actually able to attack us meaningfully. Like a Debtor's Transport would just run into my 6/6 and never force the issue on like trading with stuff. Whereas this is trading with like 2 whole cards, one of which has been like a 2-for-1 anyway, I guess. But yeah, it's only bad if your opponent's playing pacifisms. That sounds about right. And there's only 1 pacifism in the set. Please don't have removal, please don't have removal, please don't have removal, please don't have removal. That's true. Skytab is also a pseudo-pacifism, but that only sees play in... That's also just like a blue-white gold card, so it's bad against blue-white specifically. Yeah. I mean, I could have quad blocked to play around this, but I don't think I can reasonably play around this. It's just like, I'm in such a better position if I have my 6/6 left over. I think it would be legitimately very, very hard for me to win without the 6/6 is the problem. But I guess this way around we're just dead. Like, if I block with all 4, I'm just left with basically, in that situation, I'm left with a 3/5 versus Chillbringer, Duelist, Azorius Knight. I just don't know that that's a game I can win. Oh boy. That's an absurd draw. We might have a chance, chat. If we fade a draw step. We need to fade a draw step. Cast my Sharkto Crab. Monstrous my Sharkto Crab. Tap your 8/9. I'm just hoping they have nothing and swinging with both my creatures. Yes. Big is better to Monstrous. We need to tap down the battlement, or else it, like, edicts us next turn. Right? We don't have much time left. That's a very good 7-mana divination. It was not bad, Max. It was not bad. Alright, alright. I'm gonna quiet down a bit. I'm also gonna lower my microphone a sec, so I'm gonna mute myself a second. Okay, I'm gonna be a bit quieter for the rest of the stream because it's starting to get late. This is a keep. It's obviously a bit slow, but my opponent's deck is very slow. Maybe we can afford to keep a slightly slow hand. Why didn't they just call it Monstrous again? Monstrous does not fit Simic very well. I assume is the reason. Alright, let's cast this. I guess. I don't really want to trade off my hybrid right away. Take this island. A Lily ASMR. Something like that. Fairy Duelist. Stupid Necrotol. I think I'm meant to attack. If they have Fairy Duelist, I just like want to curl up in a ball and cry. Autumn After Dark. Alright, deal. Deal. That's a pretty good one. Island also pretty ideal. We got Smork in this game. Dang. That's fair shot. Fairy Duelist is 2 mana though. Like, playing around your opponent having 2 mana up for the entire game is asking a lot, right? Or it feels like it is. I think I'm just gonna hold off on this hybrid for a bit longer and cast my spider. Make Monstrous Sing hybrid the last thing we do. Oh my god, Alesha. Ooh, gain some life, have a nice blocker. Ooh, wow. This hand now smorks so hard. Jeez. I guess I'm just meant to attack with the 4-2. Wow. A Lily rewarded. Was that an A Lily rewarded? For my Spooder attack? I think that's what that was. Yeah, they must have dead rolls. We are pushing damage nicely here. Another angel, sure. That it's gonna take like 9 this turn. Alright, have my divination at the ready for next turn too. I have to find an answer to the 6/6. That's not an answer to the 6/6. Also not an answer to the 6/6. Are we doing it? Are we actually doing it? Fairy Duelist. Pretty good. Kinda good. Wow. Funny. I don't think it's gonna be good enough. Frilled Mystic in hand. I was about to make a joke earlier about how are we actually going to win a game without casting a Frilled Mystic. Apparently, we do have to cast the Frilled Mystic. So, maybe we don't. Maybe we just don't. It is a large percentage of the deck, it really is. Breaking the Ill-Gotten is a rough place to be in. Gain 4, take 9. So I don't blame opponent for not doing that. I think they just have to hope to draw into like a Grotesque Demise or something. Opponent's just talking in chat a bit since they're a fan. Awesome. Alright, alright. I'll take it. I will take it. Setting up nicely for that 1/1, indeed. Indeed. Don't we all know it? Keep. Ooh, we drew a forest, so I can save my gate for my sneak. Nice. Not that a gateway sneak ever lives against Orzhov, but jeez. I think this card is like secretly underrated in the format. It's really bad against Afterlife, but it's so good against like green-blue and green-red, in my experience. So I think it's actually just like, I think people think it's unplayable, when it's actually like perfectly like fine filler. You just have to be willing to sideboard it out or sideboard it in as appropriate. Like, we're just gonna get murdered by these, right? Just not close. Guess I'm just trading a creeper with one. Just so we don't die. Kinda sucks to use our cards this way, but I like not dying. And they're missing land drops. We're in like a really poor position to take advantage of that though. I mean, the Orzhov medium beats have killed me a lot more than like the Orzhov control decks have. What do I even do? Am I just trading off the Gateway Sneak and accepting I'm never drawing cards with it at this point because I'm too far behind? I worry that that means I just don't have any card advantage to battle back. I also can't afford to take 5. I don't want to trade off my hybrid. I guess hybrid's kind of bad against Orzhov because of all the Death Touch there. Yeah, shop, maybe. Maybe I meant to. Hybrid is very bad against all the Death Touch Orzhov has. That's like definitely a thing. It kind of applies to all our creatures though. You have to get through the Death Touch somehow. Jesus. Dead Rebels. Right. It's pretty strong. I guess Skidder Eel blocks all that nonsense though. So it should be fine if they keep missing land drops here. I don't think I can block this. I think I need a 5/5. And hope that that's good enough. Why not bounce plus gate and try to catch back up? I guess I could do that. I kind of wanted to like start building towards this 5/5 though. Was the thing. Probe Mystic is interesting. It's kind of telegraph, but it's also just like really good against them, I think. So all their creatures seem to trade with it. I'm just going to pass the turn. Hold open Skidder Eel mana. I guess I could play around Grotesque Demise by monstrosing this already, but this way I get to hold open Admonition. For a pump spell? I don't know. Pleasant Kenobi with the raid. Welcome to everyone joining us. Playing some limited here. This is kind of tough. If I block, I just have to monstrous. Ape of Justice.
Yay, 2-month anniversary.
The 2-month resub. Thank you so much for the continued support, Ape. It means a ton to me. Thank you. Alright, what am I doing here? I'm definitely blocking this. So wherever I can afford to block with the eel. Like, I feel like I just really want to monstrous it this turn. I'm just going to take 2. Monstrous the eel, not expose it. And then next turn we have Mystic Snake plus Admonition up. How's the stream been going? It's been fun. We've not been winning a huge amount. We've been kind of breaking even on matches. So this deck is treating us really well so far. Now we have Mystic Snake up, so they need to cast something if they want to punch through. But Emi just wants to cast the hybrid. Then I don't have the snake up. I think I just pass the turn. They just can't cast anything now. Because they know about the snake. Or they can cast something. Well, I'm 100% countering this. Easiest Mystic Snake of my life. So they were very happy to cast that into the snake, which is concerning. I wonder if I can just start turning the corner and attacking them now with the Chillbringer. Then we have Admonition plus Hybrid next turn. like tap down the 3/1, attack for 8. If I draw a land, yeah, I think I like this. It's kind of aggressive. But they have 5 cards in hand, like, don't mind being aggressive. Hey there, Ty, good to see you. Temperance.
Subtype jam, hype hourly jam, hourly jam, hourly jam, hourly jam, hourly jam.
Thank you both so much, both for the support and for the jam. Appreciate you, Temperance. 5 whole months means a ton to me. They're attacking with the white. Can we ban Shop for the pun? What was Shop's pun? I approve of Shop puns. Taking 2 is scary, but a flyer is also really good. I think I'm just gonna take this. Ooh, why are you anxious about it, Ty? What tournament? Oh, is it the RPTQ this weekend for you, Ty? Oh, the Open Champs. Is that gonna be like standard? Modern Legacy Draft Standard. Wow, that's the coolest sounding tournament. I'm kinda jealous. Also, that was a brave turn from our opponent. Oh, we only put them to 1, I guess. I still kind of want to put them to 1. This is tough. I feel like if I put them to 1, they're just gonna die to my Wrecking Beast. And I need a removal spell plus a pump spell to kill me. I just don't know how they don't die to this Wrecking Beast if we draw a land here. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Cool. I'm pretty sure I put them to 1. I could play it super conservatively here, hold back a blocker, and then the Wrecking Beast would probably still be lethal, but I kind of like to be able to kill them if we don't draw a land too. Make sure we have 2 lethal flyers. I guess they're gonna force the block on this flyer though, if they want. Alright, this is risky. I think I like it though. Pump spell plus removal gets me, but otherwise we should have this. This game has been intense. Mystic Snake was like so important. I don't think we were in this game without the Mystic Snake. It's been really, really good for us. Okay, they used it on the flyer. Yeah, that makes sense. Means they're worried about dying next turn. Land. So if I attack with everything, they can trade off both of these and jump this. Once if I make the Steeple Creeper flying, I force a chump on this, I force a chump on this, and this trades, and I have 3 creatures to their empty board. I think that sounds better. Just like only let them trade off one creature and force 2 chump blocks. We know they don't have the +2/+2 in hand, or else they would have killed us. Alright, I assume I meant to play around the rare here. I don't know what else, the Kaya's Wrath. I don't know what else possibly saves them other than specifically Kaya's Wrath. And like, even if they have something weird, I can still draw to land for Wrecking Beast. I'm just gonna pass the turn. I feel like it's basically Kaya's Wrath or bust. If I'm wrong, then we can probably still win the game anyway, but probably still favored to win the game anyway. Sick. And then you're gonna. We actually already did a mill draft accidentally. They didn't seem to have many flyers for this volley, as far as I can tell. Kind of just want to run this back. I can see Junk Trawler almost being good against their deck. They're like medium beats. This is pretty close to ideal though. Alright, come on, let's get this 2-0. Let's get to this finals. I believe, chat. I believe. Sneep. Perfect. Kinda perfect, if you squint a bit. No Mystic Snakes, but can't have everything. I think I have to use 1 gate up, at least. Maybe I meant to hold a gate till turn 2, but then if I draw 2-drop, I look really silly. I think I just have to play a gate here. If this is what wins me the trophy today, I know, right? It'd be a strange wild Prometheus. Draft Absolution, use round 1. Draft this. Verity Circle, jeez. That deck seems so much more aggressive than that last game though. Get the sneak down. Hope they can connect. Lizard Wizard Tribal. Alright, I'd like to play my Guild Gate. I'd like to draw a card. If that is fine with you, opponent. Then we can get down this 3/2. That punches through their 1/3 already well. Coralhelm Commando, better than Absolution, confirmed, clearly. What else could possibly be derived from this? Are they just going to tap a creature and draw a card? It's kind of wild. Meanwhile, we're like continuing to develop our board. I don't really care about Gift of Strengthing to punch the Pegasus down. I'm just gonna cast a creature post combat. Get down my Spuda. Lizard Wizard Absolution is the name of your band. I kind of approve of that name, to be honest. Ooh, that one's really good. That one's also not bad. guess I could just attack with the 3/5. Cast like my creatures. That's probably fine. No need to throw the other stuff into the fray. Pounce the Pegasus. Oh, because the gateway sneak attacks then? That's fair. But no, I kind of like don't like how that uses our mana really poorly this turn. It means we're just like casting the locket with the rest of our mana. Or casting a hybrid, which I guess is fine. I feel like a mount spell is a lot more threatening if we just like add 2 more bodies to the board here. Or maybe I meant a hybrid first. I'd kind of rather get the hybrid countered if they had Fort Collapse. Yeah, hybrid plus eel is so threatening, and now a bounce spell just like on a 5-drop or something sets them so far behind. I think I really like this. Early days, but this Verity Circle is not like terribly impressive this game. 8 mana, tap a creature, draw a card so far. Okay, draw 2 cards. Bit better. I'm still doing the drafting, Love Jane, indeed. I'm hoping this one's gonna go a bit better. Feels like it is. Alright, this might be the Admonition turn. I really like pumping the hybrid this turn though. Push so much damage. Again, I still just want to use this on like an expensive creature, if I can, rather than a 2-drop. All you watch is me. That sounds like a bit weird, Squirmet, but I'll take it as a compliment. Domri or Verity Circle? Domri. Definitely Domri. Alright. If they have the deal free, I feel really derpy here, but wow. This block. This must mean they have the deal free. I feel like it's not to, like I could have just done this pre-combat, I guess. Play around the deal free. This might be bad. Oh wow, okay. Deal. Take 9. This is actually a-okay with me. Getting in 9 damage when we have Admonition in hand is so strong. And Gift of Strength, we can just like combo kill them at some point. You'd love yourself some Verity Circle. I'm not convinced the card is actually good, but I don't know, Shop. I was curious. I guess because they had this Bring to Trial in hand and they wanted a target for it. That's something I will happily Admonition any day. Oh no, it's all Ogre. Didn't. Alright. Bounce your Ogre. Oh, this is kind of nice. Now if they block the sneak, they die. They don't block the sneak, we draw a card. Win-win. Yeah, the adapt would only put them to 1, but I still think they're kind of forced to block the eel. Verity Circle and Sleep. Oh my god. The dream. Alright, on to the finals. Oh my god. Since when does this ever happen? What is this new world we're in where we get to the finals? Does anyone remember how much of a train wreck this draft was for the first two packs? If you showed me the recording of me drafting the first two packs and asked me how I thought the draft would go, I'd be like, obviously losing the first round. Like, are you even being serious with that question? Those are some awesome. Yep. We tried to draft 4-color gates, Jane, and it did not work out. And we ended up with this. Oh. Everyone's saying Sneep. I wish you would all stop saying Sneep. Why do you have to do this to me? We actually have like 7 drops in our deck, so we have stuff to use the mana on. We have plans and spells. It would shade, it would. It would make me feel as good as I felt all day. The moment Autumn feels betrayed by chat. We just have to use the mana on first stage of grief. I feel kind of bad for our opponent. We spent like almost 2 minutes deciding on this. God damn it, chat. God damn it. Y'all are the worst. Egging me on. Why did I even make that emote? Why did I even make that Nevermore emote? Why did I do this to myself? Ah. Nice 2-2. So, you know what I said about having things to use the mana on? It was just like 100% correct. Just 100% correct over here. Couldn't be more correct. Never draw mana source 7. I'd be kind of okay with that if I'm being completely honest. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh my god. Oh wait, I know I can still draw a land if this and play it right. Yeah. Cool. Just gonna do this. Chillbringer. Chillbringer's nice. Yeah, I should have cast Admonition first. You're correct, Shop. I don't think it actually makes a difference, but I could draw like a 2-drop, right, that I want to cast, so it does make a difference. I'm being silly. Okay. I could just Wrecking Beast them. The old 8-ball. Applied Biomancy and Chillbringer in hand. Can we say perfect keep? Can we say that we kept a literally perfect hand? I think we can. I think that's what we can say. My opponent cast a Junk Trawler. on turn 4s and turn 5. I should trust in chat more. Questionable comment. See, normally that card would be unbeatable. Normally. But we just have everything. We just have actually everything. So, you know, get got, I guess. Wait, what? Oh, you're kidding me. Alright. They're still on 1 against Wrecking Beast plus Chillbringer plus Gift of Strength, so you know, I think we're gonna be fine. Oh, they have an 8/8. I really don't want to lose this game after being so smug. It would look really silly if I lost this game after being so smug. Not like this. Not like this. Please don't have a bounce spell. Right. I mean, they have the dragon in hand, which is not great for us, chat. We've used up both our bounce spells and our tapper. I'm actually gonna lose the game after being so smug. God damn it. God damn Justice. Why does Justice have to be like this to me? What did I do to deserve this justice? Yeah. Yeah, we can kill the Skargan Hellkite for sure, which is nice. Yeah, so just attack both. Use the Giant Growth to kill the Hellkite. If only it was a plummet. I mean, you're not wrong. We need them not to have a pump spell here. Really badly. If they have anything to save this Hellkite, we're just Dobbs. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They even blocked the way that just gives us like wild board control. Alright, I think I have to disrespect Gates Ablaze so I can beat 2 blockers. Come on. Oh my gosh, yes. Perfect keep, and we beat Skagen. Nice Scry 4, yeah. That's, this is not great against Teamer, but it's pretty good against Skagen. So I guess we're bringing it in. 2 mana for a 2/1 draw 4. Wow. Wow. OP, please nerf. I wonder if we take out Mammoth Spider instead of the Coramhelm Commando. I feel like we might be the beatdown based on that game. I don't know. I feel like we might be the beatdown. So we can take out the Spider. Keep in our crappy 3/2. I want this trophy. Of all the decks to trophy, this is certainly one of them. Free mana 2/2. Perfect. Exactly what we signed up for. Every deck is soft to Wizards. Pretty nice. Free mana, free. Well, that's a rate. That's a rate I can get behind. I take back what I said about us being the beatdown. Those words, I take them right back. Bye, me. Hope work goes okay. We'll try our best at the trophy. Ooh, Caretaker. Fixing their mana. They didn't have blue mana before. I'm not satisfied with a Grey Ogre. Never satisfied. Demanding more of the goats. This is kind of a mopey board my opponent has. I'm not gonna lie. They did not keep a card on top either, which is weird. Ooh. Guildgate. It's perfect with my Ram. Alright, I'm gonna cast the Sneak because it blocks most of their creatures anyway. And then next turn I get in a sneaky attack. And play my Ram. Hey Selene. Good to see you. No Skagen, no Skagen, no Skagen, no Skagen, no Skagen, no Skagen, no Skagen. Have a heart. Have a heart, opponent. Don't draw your good card. That one's pretty good too, I guess. Eesh. 7. Kind of being punished for taking the greedy line here. A little bit. Just a little bit. I think I'm casting the Spooder this turn. I think if I play the Ram this turn, it's kind of terrifying. This way I can double spell next turn with my Gift of Strength potentially. Alright, enters tapped, no 6-drop. Hopefully no spell. I mean, just like never lose. Never lose has been called. Might regret saying that. Huh. That's a lot of damage to take to hold open a Frilled Mystic. Like block a 2/2, take 7. I know what I'm about. I'm not gonna betray myself. going to 2 with them having a footline being on board, which I would call exciting. Others would call crazy. I guess I do need to them to cast a spell here. Alright, this is fine. I can just cast a blocker, continue to hold this up. This is A-okay with me. Actually, just fine. So now we block down their entire board real easily. More mana. What's 4 mana? No. That is not a thing I'm okay with, opponent. Thanks for asking so politely. But not a fan. Alright. Attack my trample vigilance, I guess. My safe word is lizard wizard. Are you sure you want to use Rogue Mystic ability? Are you 100% on that? You can change your mind if you want. We wouldn't want you to feel pressured into it. Like, are you sure you want to use Rogue Mystic ability? It is entirely optional. Please don't kill me. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, this is absurd. So it's gonna attack. I'm definitely sending 1 creeper to the air. I don't feel like I can kill them this turn anyway, so sending 2 creepers to the air feels a bit redundant. Like, this attacks, this attacks, this attacks. I hold back enough blockers to not die to a riot creature. So I can just let the footline fiend through and it hits me for 1. Seems good. 9, 10. They are soaking up some damage here. They should be very dead next turn. Got 2 flares this way. Sets it up perfectly. Yeah. It's pretty terrifying. Alright. Yeah, you see that we're just gonna block all that stuff. That was not the draft that I expected to trophy with. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Turns out you can have 3 lizard wizards and 20 other cards, and you'll probably still win. 20 cards chosen at random. Thank God. It's been too long since I trophied. It's been painfully long.